This is cutting edge, folks. This is why I'm wearing my sunglasses, because this is so bright of an idea that I need to wear the shades. All right, enough with the comic routine. You guys asked for a video about this legacy contact, and me give it to you, because this is super, super important stuff and is really easy to do. Now, if you have an Android phone, I am so sorry. I cannot help you yet. And so if you're an Android user, don't worry. We will try to come up with another video for you. I just have to go talk to my dad, who is an Android user, and we'll figure this out. But today is about those that have Apple iPhones. And Apple has this legacy contact feature. Why? We have it because we have data protection. So we have privacy rights, and Apple is very good about protecting your privacy when it comes to your data on your phone. And we have seen this, unfortunately, in a variety of different sectors, most notably when there was the Domestic Terrorist Act in San Bernardino and the FBI was subpoenaing the data from the iPhones. Apple said, sorry, no, we're not going to do that. They said, wait a minute, this is national security issues, homeland security issues. We're talking about terrorists. They said, sorry, if we're going to protect for the best, we have to protect for the worst. And so they didn't release the information. There's a whole court battle. Apple wins. The data is protected. So we got to be able to get into the phone, and we want our loved ones to be able to get into our phones, our tablets, and Apple devices. And we want to do that for our loved ones because there's important information in there. Easiest example is that might be the way in which your loved one accesses their bank accounts, and you want to get information about their bank accounts after they've died. Why? So you can know who's withdrawing money, who are the creditors, who are the bills that are being paid, who has automatic withdrawals that you need to contact and shut down, how much money is in the bank. All that information is going to be really, really important. Credit card information, all this wonderful information we store in our phones. You're going to want to make sure that you have access to that of a loved one, and you're providing access to your loved ones. Well, we don't want to give it to everybody, right? And so we want to do it safely. Of course, we can write down our passcodes. We can tell our important people, hey, this is the code I use to get into my phone. But, you might do that and you might change it. You might not remember changing it. And the people that you've told might have forgotten it, most likely the situation. And you said, I don't want to write that down anywhere because I'm worried it's going to fall into the wrong hands. So what Apple's done is that they created this legacy contact because they were having so many situations where people were contacting them and saying, hey, we're the surviving so-and-so family member, a person who died. You're a customer, and we need to get on the phone, and we can't figure out their password, and they can corroborate all of this. But Apple was still stuck within its own policies and the law, and they couldn't release it. So they said, hey, let's come up with a solution because this is a real problem. And so what they did was they came up with a legacy contact. And so I'm going to teach you now how to create that legacy contact. Super easy. We're going to go to settings. So take out your iPhones, class. We're going to settings. And when you get to settings, you're going to see your name. See, my name's right there. So you're going to click on or select your name. So then it's going to look like this. Boop, boop, boop. And you're going to go to, it says sign in security right there. It's the second one down, right under personal information. You're going to select that. And then it's going to have a bunch of information on there. So it's going to have your number, it's going to have your email, all that. You're going to scroll down to, right under account recovery, it says legacy contact. You're going to select legacy contact. On legacy contact, it's going to show you your legacy contact. And it's going to give, if you have set this up already, like I have, it's going to list legacy contact. So no surprise on here, it's my wife. But I can add additional people as legacy contacts, which I can do and will do, and I can do that. So then it also shows if you have a family plan, if you've set up a legacy contact for other people, it'll show on that page. So literally all you have to do is say add legacy contact, and it'll go to a screen that looks like this. Boom, legacy contact, right? So I'm going to add legacy contact. It's going to scan my face, say, hey, you're Kevin, or you're, yourself. And then it says add legacy contact. Choose someone you trust to have access to the data in your account after your death. And then it gives some suggestions. So I have, let's see, I'm going to see what's going to happen. I'm going to choose my Choose one of them. People here, hit next. Then you're going to get a screen that looks like this. Boom. Access to your digital legacy. As your legacy contact, said person will be able to access the data stored in your account after death. Yes. The data in your account may include photos, messages, notes, files, contacts, calendar events, apps you've downloaded, device backups, and more. Said person won't be able to access your iCloud, keychain, or any licensed media. I'll say that again. Said person will not be able to access your iCloud keychain or any licensed media. So this is just giving information for data. They're not getting access to the keychain, so that's really important. So don't make that assumption, oh, they're going to get all my passwords. They're not. But they're going to get access to data on the phone. So you hit continue, and then it's going to go to share your access key. Boom, boom, boom. So what does this mean? So an access key allows your legacy contact to access the data in your account after your death. So it's generated an access key. So it kind of works like Bitcoin. You're going to have, or a very long computer-generated password. It's going to be a very long string of characters. And so it says print access key. You'll select that. And then it'll allow you to print it. So I'm on my phone. I can select a printer. I think it will look for printers, but I won't do that now. So basically, it comes up with your legacy key access on there, and so you can do that. So you get a screen that'll come up to print, but then you can actually click on that little document, and it'll come up as a screen, and you can actually just take a screenshot of that because there's a QR code on there as well as the code. So you can save it, and I'll go to, obviously, your photos, which I'm going to do here. So then it goes to my photos, and then you'll have that, and I'm going to just adjust this right now. So it looks something like this without the blackouts, right? And that's your legacy contact access. That's going to go to my son, so I was Connor. If you select learn more instead of print, it will give you this page here. And this page is helpful. It says how to add a legacy contact for your Apple ID and tells you all about legacy contacts and going through. You can pass this along to your friends. But it gives you important information like how to remove a legacy contact. That's important. So, I just chose my son, but I realized that's not a good idea. Let me remove that. Or, the person you've chosen as your legacy contact maybe has dementia, they passed away, you no longer have a relationship with that person. So you can remove it by just going back to that page, going to your settings, selecting your image, your person where it says your name, then you want to select sign-in security, and then go down to legacy contact settings, and you can select the contact's name, and it'll give you options to remove contact, and it'll remove them as a legacy contact. Now, important to note, when you remove somebody from a legacy contact, it's not going to notify them. So remember early Facebook worries, if I defriend, they're going to know, and they changed all the protocols about that. No notice is going out saying, Kevin has removed you as a legacy contact. That notice is not going out. You just internally remove them as a legacy contact. So even if they think that they're still a legacy contact and they go to Apple after you've died and they show the legacy contact string, Apple's going to know you got removed. So you don't have to have that awkward conversation. And the access key is per person, right? So it's not one access key to all of your legacy contacts. And so when you change, now you have to go inform all of your other legacy contacts. Each legacy contact gets their own key string, or they call it access key. Now it's all right, well, I got this legacy contact string. I have to print it out and give it to my legacy contact. Now, of course, if you have access to your phone, you could always get that contact legacy string back and pull it up. But you might want to consider safe harboring that, printing it out for yourself, and maybe putting it in a safe. If you are one of our clients and you are on an Ever plan, you want to maybe save it in your Ever plan. You certainly want to talk to your legacy contact about what they do with their string, their special access key, so they don't lose it. Again, for those of you that use Bitcoin or other cryptocurrency, you're familiar with this. You need to protect your access key, because if you lose the access key, it's not going to work. So Apple isn't going to say, I see your name on the list. They have no way of verifying that you're the actual person because there's no date of birth information. They're going to say, I see your name. You say you're Bob Smith, but I need the access key. So Bob Smith, you have to have the access key. It's kind of similar mentality, old school, to the safe deposit box. So even though you're on the name of somebody that can access it, but if you don't have the key, that's an issue. The bank's going to say, so sorry, I know that you are on this account, but you don't have the key. So we go into a different protocol. But this is even worse than the bank because there's actually laws that deal with that situation. The bank has to open up the safe deposit box, just things can't be removed. Here, Apple doesn't have to open up the accounts. So if there's no access key, no access. No ticket, no laundry, you know the whole deal. That's it. You have to preserve that access key, and of course you want to make sure that it doesn't fall into the wrong hands. So that's all stuff that you work out with your legacy contact, and you yourself need a backup provision to just always accessing it on your phone in case you, for whatever reason, are locked out of your own phone. Stranger things have happened. And notably, if you had dementia or you had a brain injury and you can't access your phone now to get the legacy contact, you best have given it to somebody else to get access to your phone. So this isn't just practical for what happens after you die to get access to your Apple devices. It's also in case you become mentally incapacitated. Again, that's you in a hospital. That's you with a brain injury. That's you with dementia. So there you go. That's how you do the legacy contact. Make sure you do your legacy contact right now. Super easy. Seriously. Hit stop. Stop listening to me. Do the legacy contact right now. Okay? And then please put in the comments that you did it and say, I did it. And we'll give you a high five. All right. Take it easy, guys.